see a fine girl on like Instagram, for example, right? And then like this kind, you're interested, and then you want to, slide into the DM. But then, before you slide into the DM, then you're going to have to, do some basic, at least you do some FBI work inside now, just, check, okay, she your kind of person, what kind of thing does she like? It might help you starting your conversation and stuff, so you don't just enter the and just be like how far, and then you don't really have what to say, sure. So like anyway, you've seen person you like, you're doing your FBI work, and then amongst like you do that, and then you send her message now, okay babe, how far, that kind of thing, and then you start from there, and then you are still in like, you've greeted her, you have this kind, you people, you're waiting to, you've not really done anything yet, you just like kind of like greeted each other, and then while you continue your FBI work into her profile, and then you see she has a like best friend that you are way more interested in than her. Like, what will you do? Like, you've already highlighted the first one, Sha. So it's not as if there's anything wrong with her, or anything, but then you see her friend that you like more than her. How do you, how do you proceed? Do you like stop yarning with this one and then move on to start talking to the best friend? Is it going to be one kind? Like, what's your take on it? I asked a bunch of my friends these questions, and then they sent in their responses. I'm going to attach that here. I'm kind of going to talk about what I would do first, and then I would put in their own responses, and then I would kind of maybe close. So anyway, for me, Sha, I'll be very honest. When I didn't just automatically think of this topic from thin air, I was lurking on Instagram a while ago, and then I saw a girl that I liked, and I intended on sliding into her DM, and then this exact scenario happened to me. So, as at the time of recording this, to be frank, I don't know what I'll do or what I'm going to do, but then it seems like an interesting topic to discuss here. So, personally, based on what everyone said, and that is kind of what entered my head. So, like, I was kind of feeling, a bit weird about it. Okay, like I should kind of be faithful, and but then I've just greeted, like, as far as I'm concerned, we've only greeted, like, what am I being faithful about? You get, like, something has to exist first for you to be faithful with Abby. So I'm like, so I would just not put in any effort and push it forward. I kind of like just try to kill the first conversation as humanly possible as possible, and then I'll move on to chatting with the friend, because I don't want to start anything where when I go and talk to the friend that I'm actually interested in, it now becomes a matter of, okay, she wasn't interested in you, or like, because friends talk. If like I'm interested in a girl, I'll tell my friends, and the same thing I feel with girls too. Yeah, maybe someone is trying to like, check you, trying to slide into your DM, especially how close I feel they are going to, discuss within each other. Okay, there's this guy. So imagine you've started showing those signs, and then she has gone to show the friend that you're actually interested in, that okay, you are checking her. You're kind of going to look like a douchebag, sha. So I'm I was kind of trying to, avoid that, douchebag appearance. Therefore, like, I can't just, anyway, the chat was boring, sha. Just, I kind of did that so that there will be no need. And if the whole thing works out, I hope that the girl I'm talking about does not actually ever get to listen to this podcast. So, anyway, these are some of the responses from my friends. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this part. All right. So first off, you have Mona. I think you guys are already familiar with him at this point. So this is kind of what he has to say.
If it's me, guy, I'll just use style and turn that sliding into DM like joke, oh. Like play. Just turn it to joke, start forming friend. Try to take it not so seriously, and then before you know, start encroaching on the best friend territory like that. Small.
So you've heard him, Sha. At least he was going to come make effort to still like try to be friends with the first one first before he moves on to actually moving into the second one's, territory and stuff. Me, Sha, I don't know. I don't know if I actually want to go this far. To be very frank, I don't. You know, the, one thing I'm afraid of in this kind of like situation, Sha, is that you end up okay, you start following the friendship route, like okay, we are going to be friends and this thing fails, but then there's not going to be feelings. But then the same way that okay, you got attracted to one and then you ended up getting attracted more to the second one. The same thing that can happen when you people become friends. Like okay, you become friends with this one with the hopes of actually becoming like like maybe dating her best friend, that kind of thing. But you might find out that the one that initially attracted you is way more interesting. Like it's more of your own kind of person, and then this is a very very petty point. But yeah, like it's good to just avoid some kind of things. Like if I've already like developed feelings for the best friend, I know that there's no way that okay I'm going to there's a distance that friendship with the original one is going to be at, and then I will not discover how interesting she is. And even if I discover how interesting she is at that point, then it doesn't really make any it doesn't make any changes for me again because I'm already like invested in her best friend and all. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so this leads us to Sharon.
I don't get the question. Like, what will I do? So she has not replied now, and her friend is there. I'm going to hit up the friend, of course. Like, dude, it's not like I hollered her. I already told her wanted to scope you or I have feelings for you. I just hollered you on IG. I've not replied yet. So if you eventually reply, I can always say, I just thought maybe you look familiar or something. Just slight change topic. But it's not like you've already given the baby your intentions. Then she had told her friend. So you can actually just say, just did the yarn you something on business idea or some stupid shit. Then you hit up the friend because this life is one, man. No time for nonsense.
And his answer to is kind of similar to how that I've kind of considered it to go, Sha. Like depending on exactly where in the in the years that everything has gone, like maybe she hasn't replied you yet, or you get how you take an act from there. But like you can just if she doesn't even reply you, it's even good safe. Or if like she's still normally when you try to slide first, there's like a good amount of resistance. So you can just take that resistance and not push too hard again. You just kind of like ease back on it from there, like you get. So if this is how it goes, this kind of how I'll actually go the way like Sharon actually takes it, because like, though this life is one big. There's no energy in stressing yourself. That kind of thing as it be. Anyway, so next we have Feke. His answer is pretty brief.
Guy, this is the easiest shit, man. Just tell us in a bot dial. I'll be bot message sending.
As me too, to be very frank, like it's to find escape route as soon as okay I've entered, and then like let me not take this thing too far. I just try to like divert and be like okay no sorry it was wrong dialing out. Like it's a very stupid this thing though, but it kind of works. Maybe not that specific excuse, but a more sensible excuse would work in this kind of scenario. Anyway, so after him, we have Eben.
Well, for me, I'll just be a friend basically. Then try to check the other girl. There's nothing bad in it now. Be a friend. Just hold her normally. Just chat her and stuff. But the other one, you follow up on that one. Like you can do both at once too. So
Even that being friends, so I will not just stupidly end the first conversation, but I'll try to give it a quick date as quick as possible so that there will be no need to get any complications out of it. Like you get what I'm saying. Anyway, so Enoch is next, Kennedy as he likes to be called. This is his own view, his own take on it.
What will happen is I'll just slide out of the first DM, enter the second DM. Like the way I'll slide out, I'll tell the first DM that I really like but two of us can date. Should not ask why. And I'll say that please because I like your friend. If not, blah blah blah. That's exactly what you do in that situation.
I don't know. Is the person if I were a girl, I don't know. I'm not trying to speak for all girls here or anything. But me, I'm just saying that from my own perspective. If I were the girl, the first one that you are telling, okay, I'm interested in your friend instead, it's kind of going to to affect my own ego now, and I might try to sabotage whatever there is between, and I don't know, based on how me I like things to operate, I don't like the person that I'm checking to be aware that I'm checking them. I don't know if that makes any sense, yeah. But like, this kind, I would like you to get fond of me before you kind of start raising your walls and stuff. So I don't think I'll just boldly just throw out, okay, I like your friend kind of thing. Like it's one of two things. It's either that was the original intention, like I messaged you to tell you that I'm interested in your friend, and thus I'm trying to seek for your help to get your friend, or however you choose to take and look at it. I don't know, it just adds too much complication to this whole thing. And I don't know if from one perspective, I don't know if I'm even bold enough to even do that self. So like I'll just kind of try to be a bit mellow about it, and then yeah. So anyway, the last person I sent this question to was Solomon, and
The first caller will be greeting now. I'll just greet her and move to the next one and continue there. Straight up. No time.
everyone is like, that's what I'll do. Like, it's the part with least resistance. So why do I want to come and be stressing myself? Like, it doesn't. I don't know, Sha. It doesn't really make so much sense to me. Sha. Just kind of avoid any unnecessary problem. I beg. I don't have energy. So yeah. Anyway, this has been the discussion, Sha. So if you guys can kind of give us your own responses in the comment section below, and we would like to see what other people's takes on it will be. And this has mostly been from a guy's perspective, so like if there are girls that are listening to this too, you could kind of give your views on it. Like, do you like how it is, or is there how you would have preferred to have been handled, like how you in this same scenario, how you'd have liked all of this to be handled, you know? Yeah. And then if you have any suggestions for future topics that we can cover, just questions or stuff like this, like I don't really want to come and be doing as if I'm one kind of like like very official guy, just like talking about changing the world and stuff like that. Is no, that just let's just have fun with all this stuff. So anyway, let's try to subscribe, share this with your friends, and then we can build this into something. Anyway, so I hope I did well, Sha, because I'm just starting out, and I'm trying to just get just enjoy this. Anyway, so thank you guys if you listen this far. I'll see you next week or next tomorrow, whenever I get inspiration to record another one. But anyway, bye.